Am I the a-hole for asking a wedding guest to leave the room? I, 40 female, am a wedding photographer. To start, this story is a bit long, but let me give you some background. When I book a wedding, I make it very clear to the bride, we will call her Amber, 19, and groom, let's call him Sam, also 19. These are the rules. Number 1, no phones allowed in the ceremony. Number 2, if there are any photos they want private, please let me know. And number 3, I will not hold back to tell people to put their phones down or not to step in front of me. My most recent wedding happened this Friday. I knew within the first 15 minutes of guests arriving, including the groom's mother, let's call her Susan.
Classic Susan.
Classic Susan.
What a lazy Susan. I love lazy Susans. Anyways.
The bride's aunt, let's call her Karen, for good reason, that this would be a long day. Oh, wow, I already feel like that's so loaded.
It's gonna be a long one.
I already know everything I need to know just because the mother is called Susan and the aunt is called Karen. During the ceremony, as Amber was walking down the aisle, Susan decided she wanted to place herself as close to the aisleway as I am, trying to capture the look on Sam's face. I did my best to work around her without actually placing myself in the aisle. Thankfully, as I have begun editing, I think I will be able to edit and possibly remove her from the photo. Thank God for Photoshop. Imagine if there was no such thing as Photoshop.
What would we do?
Yes, very sad. Anyway.
Have you seen like what they can do now with generative fill?
I have. It's crazy.
I could take a photo of me here and then I could be flying in the sky like a pink sunset or swimming on top of the ocean.
Photoshop should come up with like a remove Karen tool.
RK, we'll call it that.
It uses AI to automatically suss out the Karens in any photograph and they just remove them.
I think we're onto something. This is genius.
I'm gonna make a plugin.
Write that down.
This was only the beginning of her being in my way. The rest of the ceremony went beautifully. After the ceremony ended, everyone was asking to move to the reception hall so we could continue on with taking photos. After all the basics, family and wedding party photos, I asked everyone besides Amber and Sam to head out so we could get their solo and couple shots done. The session was one of the ones that they requested to stay private. Private! I made sure the room was empty before we began. We started with a beautiful shot of Amber propped up on the piano and Sam standing behind her. As I was posing them, I saw her, Karen.
Dun dun dun. Karen.
At the front door with her phone out recording. I sighed, took a deep breath, and turned to her. Ma'am, I'm sorry, but I need you to leave the room. These photos are for the bride and groom only. Per their request, they don't want anyone recording or taking photos beside me. She huffed a bit, as they do, rolled her eyes and put her phone away and headed back to the reception. After this cue, us heading outside to get the photos of them under the beautiful arches and large wooden French doors. As I begin posing Amber in front of the big doors, here comes Susan. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Wait, can we make Susan like Jennifer Coolidge?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
That's so beautiful.
That's so beautiful.
Are there hot dogs in there?
I need a hot dog real bad.
Now I want a hot dog.
Thank you, but please go inside. This is a private session. I said politely. I'm just watching, she retorted. I tried to hold in my bitch look face and smiled. I understand, but this was also a request by the bride and your son to keep things private, I said. Please go inside. I can't begin until you go, I said. Again, the huffy sigh, and I swear a tiny foot stomp.
It's just a little tiny foot stomp.
Oh my god, this is so unreasonable.
I think of Lord Farquaad for some reason.
Yeah, totally. You would think this is where it ends. It doesn't. Now we go to the part where I think I may be the a-hole. During the father-daughter dance, here comes Karen with her phone to record the entire thing over my shoulder. I don't care if guest takes photos or videos of these moments, and neither did Amber or Sam, but she was directly over my shoulder and occasionally stepping in front of me to get close up. She did that on purpose. I'm telling you right now, because you told her to leave, and she was feeling petty, not endearing kind of petty. And then she just kind of was like, I took a deep breath and tried to take the red I was seeing to a light pink before I turned to her. Ma'am, Amber and Sam have paid me to do this job. I need you to stay out of my way or I'm gonna have to ask you to go sit down. I cannot capture these moments if you are constantly in my way and interrupting, I said, probably with a bit of sass. Imagine that she's so busy being petty that she ruins irreplaceable photos of you and your father. Are you divorced? Are they divorced, by the way?
You interested?
I know, but still, she's got to assert dominance, right? She's the director on set. She's been paid to do a job.
Yeah.
And she has to be stern.
I completely agree. And if she does not get the right shots that she was paid to get, that could in turn reflect badly on her.
And then she could get bad reputation and people don't want to work with her, maybe.
Yeah. It's a no from me.
I'm a freelancer, so I respect her. I got you. I'm on your side.
I'm on your side too, but it's also because I'm a photographer and I'm always on the photographer's side.
Yeah, me too.
I am family, Karen said. I get that, but this is my job and you're interfering. Now please step aside or go sit down. I snapped. Yes, snapped so hard, I'm pretty sure she got word whiplash. So yes, I do my best to be professional, but I had had enough. I worry I may have been too rude to her, and her entire table glared at me for the rest of the night. I worry I may not have handled this the right way. So am I the a-hole? Edit to answer the most common comment. Yes, the bride and groom did back me up. Oh, well, thank goodness for
Thank
that.
God they did.
They even tipped me the morning after for helping everything run smoothly. It would be one thing if this was the first time that Karen kind of got in the way and you had to tell her to like whack off, essentially. But she was clearly, in my opinion, doing this because you had initially kind of told her off. She felt some type of way about it. She was a little salty and she was kind of getting in your way a little bit. And it was deliberate. Like I'm telling you right now, it seemed deliberate. I mean, that would bother me too if I'm trying to do a job. Mike, how would you feel when you were setting up this shot? If, you know, I was worried about the argument we had this morning and I was just constantly looking over your shoulder and like telling you to do stuff and like getting in your way all the time. It would drive you absolutely insane.
It did drive me nuts when I was setting up the shot and we talked about the argument this morning. But let's not get into that.
You burnt.
No, honestly, like if you're in the zone, if you're doing your thing, you don't want to be bothered, right? Like I don't know what this person, Karen, was trying to do. I always side with the freelancer. This is a wedding. You have one shot at doing these shots, one opportunity.
I heard it in my head and then it went to you. You know when you hear a joke and then someone else says it? That's exactly what happened.
I'm just sure that like she was nervous, her knees were weak, and arms are heavy from carrying the camera. Sorry. No, but in all seriousness, she is under a lot of pressure to capture these moments.
For sure.
Like as someone who's like accidentally forgot to hit record in certain situations, your stomach drops. And if people are trying to get in the way of you because they want to sort of be a part of the moment, that's one thing. But it sounds like this Karen was being deliberate.
Weddings are very high pressure situations for photographers, for videographers. If something fails, like let's say your battery dies, you run out of room on your SD card. There's so many things that can go wrong. Or you could fall in a pool with all of your camera equipment. Knowing that, I get why she reacted the way she did and why she snapped. So to me, you're not an a-hole. Like you're just trying to do your job and someone's making it very difficult for you.
Yeah, I mean, judging by what you said about turning lightly pink, which was a great little storytelling tidbit there. I don't think you're an a-hole. I think you're assertive, and I think you need to be assertive when you're directing, especially when there's like a lot of family members around who kind of want to be there. You kind of have to put your foot down.
You do, but may I?
You may.
Sometimes when I'm giving like criticism, like constructive criticism, I say it with a little smile, you know, like kiss and a slap is what actually Karen likes to say, your mom. Kiss and a slap, you know what
Karen.
I mean? When you're saying something like, I understand, but this was a request by the bride and groom and I'm gonna need you to step aside because I really wanna make this an amazing photo for her and you're getting in the way of that. You know, you kind of just say it in like a very calm, cool, and collected way. I understand that you were put in a position where you might not have been able to, and emotions happen, okay? But put a little smile on, even if it's a little petty, a little passive-aggressive when giving feedback like that.
I think I like giving, you know, the serial killer smile where it's like you smile with just your mouth.
And like the wide eye.
Or no,
me.
I mean, that's creepy, but I'm talking about like people who smile from the nose down, so it's not real. It's like, hi.
So, yeah, for the future, I think if someone's being a pain like that, just say it with a little smile.
Just say, please, will you off?
Thank you.
GTFO.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Canadian.
All right, let's see some of your responses. Not the a-hole. You were the one being paid by the couple to take pictures.
I agree.
Not her, not anybody else. If they are in your way, you're allowed to ask them to remove themselves. And I don't think you were too harsh. OP responds, thank you. The comments are calming my nerves for sure. I understand that you're worried about like being the a-hole in this situation, but like who cares? What's she gonna do?
Oh, she's gonna cry about it? She's gonna wittily cry?
Not the a-hole. You were following the request of the bride and groom, and unfortunately Karen would not listen until you snapped. There was more than one indiscretion, all right? You were driven to the point where you snapped. Sometimes you need to be an a-hole in the moment to put the true a-hole in their place. As long as the bride and groom were fine with it, you are not the a-hole. I have a feeling this isn't the first boundary Karen and Susan have stomped on with the couple. All right, I think the general consensus. You are not the a-hole, my dear.
You're not the a-hole.
You're not the a-hole.
She's a stinky little a-hole.
Stinky bum.
With dingleberries.
Stinky bum.
And I'm sure maybe maybe it was a misunderstanding. Like maybe she just got really excited and got in the way and got like, you know, a little offended because it's her family.
Who cares? Did you get the shot? You got the shot?
Show us the shot.
Show us the shot.
Show us the shot.
Show us the shot.
Shots.